Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Morning Mindset. I hope you're ready to get your mind aligned with the truth of God. Being in that kind of alignment is the most important thing we can do at the beginning of every day. And if you've been listening to the Morning Mindset for any length of time, I think you understand that. That's why you're listening. I get emails all the time from people who are benefited just from the reminder that I've got to align my mind with God's truth every day if I have any hope of living this day in alignment with Him. And that's why we're here. I want to ask each of you to consider a very small thing you could do to help others learn those same lessons, and that is to become a partner of the Morning Mindset for as little as $5 a month, the cost of one of those frou-frou coffee drinks that we all love. You could help pass the Morning Mindset on to other people and keep things going. You can find out more by going to the website, careygreen.com, and I think that link is in your description for this episode. All right, we are continuing in our study about this issue of identity in Christ. Who are we because of what Jesus has done for us? And in this episode, this may spin on into a couple more episodes because this is a big topic, but we in Jesus Christ are justified. Justified. Do you know what that word means? To be justified means you are seen by God as being just. Just means right, okay, free of accusation. All of that is what the word just means. Let's look at Romans chapter 3, verses 23 through 24. It says, all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Okay, so stop there for a moment. All means all, right? All of us, all human beings have sinned. And by virtue of our sin, because of our sin, we fall short of the glory of God. I think we all instinctively know that in the deepest recesses of our soul. And that falling short is the reason we don't feel just in God's eyes. It's the reason we have issues thinking confidently of ourselves and being bold and assertive and those kinds of things. And in my view, that's a good reason to feel those ways. I mean, if we are sinners and we have fallen short of God's glory, that's exactly how we should feel. But the good news is that we don't have to stay there. Let's continue on in the verse. It says, and are justified by His grace as a gift through the redemption that is in Christ Jesus. So even though we are sinners, and even though because of our sin we fall short of the glory of God, we are justified by His grace as a gift. Now let's unpack that for a moment. By His grace, which means we don't have to earn it, we don't have to deserve it, we don't have to do certain religious actions or good deeds or church attendance, even though, many of those things are very good things. Those things are not required for us to be justified. We receive justification by God's grace as a gift. He's that kind of God. He wants to help us overcome our sin problem. And really, He's not helping us. He's doing it. He's overcoming the sin problem for us. And He offers us the gift of justification with Him so that He's looking at us with eyes of acceptance. He's looking at us as people who have measured up. And it's not that He's sweeping things under the rug. He is dealing with our sin through the redemption that is in Christ Jesus. Now, there's a phrase we've got to unpack as well. The redemption that is in Christ Jesus. To redeem something means to put it back into right relationship with the one who originally owned it or created it or has possession of it, and that is God. So we are redeemed to God through what Jesus Christ did at the cross. And it's our faith in His act of sacrifice that enables us to receive that redemption. So let's walk through this again. God gives us justification by grace as a gift, and He makes a way for us to receive that through what Jesus did at the cross. You see, Jesus is satisfying God's justice against our sin. We don't have to. And this gift of justification is ours if we receive it by faith. Friends, when it comes to identity, it's vital that we understand we are justified, because we will be guilted out by the devil over and over and over in our lives, and we just have to put him in his place and tell him, no, I've been justified by God's grace as a gift through the redemption that's in Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus, help us to stand firm in this truth. Help us to overcome the doubt and the guilt and the things that plague us because of our sin, and enable us to walk confidently in faith in what Jesus has done for us as justified children of God. In your name.